Hello friends, welcome to the Global Pulse. Well, after relentless attacks on Gaza and killing several people every day by Israel, news has broken out that Hezbollah have attacked on Golan Heights, killing at least 11 children. This is the sheer indication that the war will prolong and will be more brutal in coming days. 30 Palestinians killed in Israeli attack. IDF recovers bodies of 5 hostages in Gaza. A large number of civilians are being killed in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. The latest attack is reported to have killed 30 people near a school in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. On the other hand, the Israeli army has recovered the bodies of 5 hostages from the Gaza Strip. The war between Israel and Hamas has been going on in Gaza for the last 10 months. Every day the Israeli army is carrying out fierce attacks in some area of Gaza. Innocent Palestinians are being killed in this. The latest airstrike hit a school in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. At least 30 Palestinians have been killed and more than 100 people have been seriously injured. After this attack, the Israeli army said that it targeted the Hamas command center. Gaza's health ministry says the IDF carried out a massive airstrike on a school in Deir al-Balah, killing 30 people, a large number of children. The attack took place in one of the most populated areas of displaced families. Bodies of 5 Israeli nationals recovered in Gaza. On the other hand, the IDF has recovered the bodies of 5 Israeli citizens from Gaza. They were taken hostage by Hamas during an attack on southern Israel last year. The Israeli hostages identified as teacher Maya Goren, Israeli Army Major Ravid Katz, Master Sergeant Oren Goldin, Staff Sergeant Tomar Ahimas and Sergeant Kirill Brodsky. The Israeli military says the bodies of the hostages were recovered during an operation in Khan Yunis. IDF spokesman Daniel Hagari said, based on intelligence, the army conducted an operation in Khan Yunis, in which the bodies of 5 Israeli hostages have been found. They were kidnapped on October 7th, since then they were held captive in Gaza. All the bodies have been sent to Israel. Hamas still holds 111 Israeli nationals. Along with this, the Israeli army spokesman said that the teacher Goren must have been killed during captivity. The army major may have died during the October 7th attack and his body was later preserved by Hamas. The Israeli army has also given new information about the hostages. It also said that 111 of the 251 people taken hostage are still in Hamas custody. On the 5th day of his visit to the U.S., Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived at former President Donald Trump's Florida residence. There, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump warmly welcomed Netanyahu. There was a meeting between the two leaders. A number of issues, including the release of Israeli hostages from Hamas captivity in Gaza, were discussed. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu meet after 4 years. This was the first meeting between the two leaders in almost 4 years. According to news agency Reuters, Netanyahu angered Trump 4 years ago when he congratulated Biden on his victory in the 2020 election. Friday's meeting is being seen as an attempt by the two leaders to improve relations. Donald Trump has also expressed his happiness over this meeting. Before meeting Donald Trump, the Israeli Prime Minister also met U.S. President Joe Biden. In this meeting, the proposal given by the U.S. for a ceasefire in Gaza was discussed. The Israeli Prime Minister also met Vice President Kamala Harris. However, Netanyahu's meeting with Harris was bitter. She slammed Netanyahu for the destruction in Gaza. Protests against Israeli Prime Minister in the U.S. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's visit to the U.S. comes at a time when more than 39,000 Palestinians have been killed in the 9-month war in Gaza. In such a situation, Netanyahu is also facing huge protests in America. Thousands of demonstrators have taken to the streets against him demanding Netanyahu's arrest for the alleged massacre in Gaza. Ahead of the protest in front of the White House, protesters marched in front of Capitol Hill on Wednesday demanding Netanyahu's arrest. The protesters also called on President Joe Biden to ban weapons to Israel and impose tougher sanctions on Israel for killing innocent Palestinians. Thank you very much for being with us. Stay tuned for the latest news and update across the globe. Goodbye and see you soon.